Life doesn't change by chance, it changes by choice. Most of us want to grow. It's like running on a treadmill, working so hard, but you're not getting anywhere. What is one change that you will implement in your life? Life doesn't change by chance, it changes by choice. In this video, I'll show you 7 proven personal development strategies to take control of your growth and unlock the potential that you always wanted. Have you ever felt like stuck in a rut, watching others grow while you stand still? Let me show you how to take control of your growth starting today. Most of us want to grow, but we get overwhelmed and distracted or stuck in bad habits. It's like running on a treadmill, working so hard, but you're not getting anywhere. Studies show that the consistent personal development not only improves productivity, but also increases your happiness. In fact, positive psychology over the years concluded that happiness rarely comes from success, but it's quite the opposite. That happiness through personal growth techniques like daily gratitude or journaling or anything that focuses on your personal development helps you create a positive experience that then in turn lead into a better performance. Check out Sean Aker's book, The Happiness Advantage. He spent a lot of time understanding and analyzing how this triangle connects between happiness, your performance, and the level of your personal development, or at least your perception on how much you're developing. But even before we go there, what is the problem with much of personal development? They lack system or strategy, and without a clear strategy, growth feels impossible. That's why today we are diving into 7 proven strategies to unlock your potential, or at least to help you get closer to where you want to be. Let's explore these strategies step by step. Strategy 1. Define your core values and/or vision. Your core values and vision are your compass. They guide every decision and ensure that your actions align with your goals that in turn reflect who you really are. If you work on something just because it's trendy or someone expects you to do it, the probability of you getting trained or just failing to do that is very high. Take a moment to write down the 3 principles that matter most to you. For example, it can be family growth and integrity. Every choice should reflect these values. Strategy 2. Set a growth mindset. Carol Dweck popularized the concept of growth mindset, a concept that we can develop and grow through different challenges and obstacles that we encounter in life. Growth mindset is the belief that challenges are opportunities to learn. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it, learn from the setbacks and watch yourself growing stronger. On the flip side, people characterized by fixed mindset are totally opposite. If they fail, they believe they are a failure. And in turn, they do not want to take up challenges. They believe that they have talent that is inborn and fixed. And if they fail, apparently they are not good enough and they will never be. Remember that everyone has both of these mindsets, and depending on the situation, we think with either one or the other. But to a certain extent, we can control it. When you catch yourself thinking from the fixed mindset point of view, feeling that you are a failure or that you cannot do something and you will never be able to do that, just become aware of that. Take a step back and think, okay, if I were to adopt the growth mindset, what would I do now? What all these failures taught me about either myself or about what you want to do. Daily reflection. Reflection is powerful. Spend 10 minutes at the end of each day asking yourself, what went well? What could I improve? Like, this simple habit keeps you on track and become more aware of your progress or what you need to learn. Going further, ask yourself, what are you grateful for? Or even send someone a note that you are grateful to have them in your life. This is a powerful technique to change the way you feel, especially if you do it consistently. Not to mention to elevate the level of the relationship, and you realize that you will suddenly grow these relationships a little bit deeper because you realize how grateful you are to have these people in your life. Strategy 4. Learn continuously. Dedicate time weekly to learning something new. Whether it's a skill or a language or a new hobby, surely one of your goals or dreams is related to that. And you most likely already know what you'd like to develop, so set aside some time for it. And actually take a book, take the course, or take whatever activity that helps you progress and learn whatever you want to do at that time. Time is your most valuable resource by far. There is a saying that if something can be solved with money, it's not really a big problem. But if something requires your excessive time, let's say months or years of work to complete, I'd like you to take a look at this box. If you're lucky enough to live to 80, let's say, every row in this box is 1 year of your life, and every little square is 1 month. Now, take out your usual childhood and retirement, if you choose to do so. This is really what you're left with. Now, if you need to dedicate to something, let's say 6 months, that's 1% of what remains. But if you are 40 and you plan to retire at 65, that's 2% of your remaining working life. It changes the perspective, right? How we manage what we do in these little boxes defines how much we are able to achieve in our lives and usually how successful and how happy we are. One of the useful tools is the Eisenhower matrix. It helps you prioritize tasks based on the urgency and importance. This ensures you focus on what truly matters. If you didn't hear about it, very quickly it allows you to divide your task into 4 areas. First, urgent and important. So these usually you need to do first. Like they demand your immediate attention. They're high stakes like work deadlines or health emergency. You need to handle them right away. But aim to minimize this kind of task through better planning. This quadrant is unsustainable. And your goal should be more to minimize what falls here. And that minimizes the level of stress because the unpredictability of what you need to do every day diminishes. Like you start being able to move the task from this quadrant to a not urgent one, which is way better situation to be in. And that's the second quadrant, not urgent but important. Like these are your growth oriented tasks, long-term projects, career development, relationships building, etc. They don't feel pressing, so they often get neglected, but investing time here reduces your future crisis. This is your core focus. This should be your core focus. You should aim to focus at least 50 to 60% of your time on this particular quadrant. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. These tasks feel urgent but have little impact on your long-term goals. They often come from others, like unimportant meetings or minor requests. Delegate or minimize these whenever you are able to do so. Finally, quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. These are the time wasters. Scrolling social media, excessive TV, or unnecessary online shopping. Eliminate or drastically reduce these activities to free up a little bit more time for you to be able to focus on that quadrant 2 or if you need to on the quadrant 1. Habits are the foundation of growth. Focus on consistency over intensity. Start small, whether it's exercising for 10 minutes or reading 1 page a day, and build from there. And above all, focus on consistency and building up the momentum of what you do. If you break it, never let it become 2 times in a row, as that's the beginning of a new habit. Bounce back as quickly as possible and learn from that situation and try to avoid it in the future. Strategy 7, seek accountability. Growth is easier if you have support. Share your goals with a mentor, a friend, or a community. Accountability not only helps you being motivated, but also creates a network for inspiration. This helps you move through the periods of when you feel down or you don't feel motivated to work on that one thing that you set out to do. This is a powerful tool for you to go through these motivational valleys for your life, and you are able to stay consistent and continue your streak of the execution of the goal that you set out to do. Now we have the strategies: core values, growth mindset, reflection, learning, time management, habits, and accountability. But knowing isn't enough. Take action. What is one change that you will implement in your life? Whatever it is, start today.